Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Mondays with Bev and Paul, and I'm Paul.
And I'm Bev.
And we had a new song.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
So, guess where that song came from? And those fingers, that's the beginning of our video that we have for our training manual. And I figured out how to pull it out and put it on there.
Oh,
and,
it's perfect.
So it's just a nice little difference to our usual song, and I thought we'd use that for a while.
Yeah.
So welcome everybody. Here we are on April 24th, 2017. Wow. We're just running right through. It was 95 degrees yesterday at 6 p.m.
I know. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Well, the pool was nice. So.
Yeah, well, those of us who have pools.
Right. Mm-hmm. Come on over anytime.
Yeah.
So here we are. We got a letter from somebody this morning. Mahalo this is from Jeff at Lahaina, Hawaii. Wonderful place. Mahalo for what you do. Your approach makes and continues to make a huge difference in the world. I joined a while back and am now finding time to apply BioTouch to my family and to others. That's
great. Our vision.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm catching up on the Monday shows. The demonstrations are extremely valuable and visual references and teaching aids.
Oh, wow. That's nice to know that we're doing something that's, effective.
Thanks,
right?
Jeff, for that encouragement.
Jeff.
We're going to keep going.
Yes, we are. Thank you very much.
So if you have questions, send them to us, or comments or criticisms, or you just want to spurt out something, we'll read it. Or, we're trying to see, is it coming through on there? You can't see.
No. We're
trying to figure out how we can do an interaction here, but if somebody out there knows how we can do that, let us know.
Well, I'm clueless.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So all right, let's do the Dreamcatcher again. This has been fun.
Oh,
we
the
have
Dreamcatcher.
This. Tell us about it.
Yes, this is really a beautiful piece of art that was envisioned by Lorraine Mills, and it came into being on December 12th, 2012. Yeah. And her vision was to bring, actually there's 5 different waterways within the North American continent, and all of these, symbols and things are from indigenous people, and just gifting all of this. So it's really kind of a global project,
And every week we put somebody's picture in the middle, and this week we have Anna and Dennis Griffin. Perfect shot of them.
I know. That's wonderful. That is so Dennis right there.
Now, those folks have been with us since the beginning here in Tucson.
That's great.
Yeah, so 1995, I found out, is when he became a member. He was in our very first class here in Tucson. Right. He was in our first certification program.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And they still come into the center to get work.
And they come to our Christmas parties and all of our events. It's wonderful. It's like a family.
And Dennis is going through some physical things right now, so it's a perfect time for them.
Yeah.
A lot of stress in their life trying to work on this, and so we're really glad that they're in the center
definitely
of the Dreamcatcher this week. So
great.
If you'd like to be in the Dreamcatcher, send us a picture of yourself and where you live on the planet, and we'll draw you out of the hat and put you in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, all right, this week we were fooling around with what to talk about. And we were going to base it on, just went to a conference, the Arizona State Recreational Therapists Association annual conference.
Yes.
There is actually a thing called a recreational therapist.
I know.
And they truly, and we're going to talk about this, do a holistic approach to people getting better, stepping back into the community, how families can work with one another. And the title of their seminar was Stimulating Body, Mind, and Spirit.
Well,
now
how
tell
about
me,
that?
We fit right into it.
Right up. And she said, the one that coordinated this, she said, wow, when I was looking for organizations in in Tucson who could, contribute something, I found BioTouch, and it was like perfect partnership.
Yeah, and she actually said out of all the presentations, this was the one that was going to really address that theme that they did.
The one, she said. I love that. Yeah. That was
so.
And you gave a wonderful presentation.
Oh, wow.
You really did.
And we're going to try and post some of it. I actually was able to pull it up. The video came out actually pretty good.
It did? Oh,
so we'll pick some pieces out of it and post that on our YouTube. If you haven't been to our YouTube site, go to it. BioTouch, I think it's BioTouch 1. Just look up BioTouch. And subscribe, and you'll get a chance to see all the different videos that we do. We're going to start posting on there. So subscribe subscribe to our YouTube.
Perfect.
And let's talk a little bit about this stimulating body, mind, and spirit.
Mind,
How does that work with what we do?
Well, it's kind of interesting because recently you and I have been talking about, we're always saying that BioTouch, we address the body first, that very light, loving touch, because we recognize each other in those bodies. But what we do know, too, is that over time, that light touch on the body begins to open up all those other levels or aspects of our consciousness. And that's where the self-awareness comes in. So just recently, Paul and I just started talking about, well, what is that? Well, it's more of a holistic, because it brings together all those different aspects.
And we like doing it with the W. A lot of healing practitioners are using the HOL,
right.
And we really like the WHOL.
The W.
It's a whole approach. It's everything. We're all equal here.
Yeah, it's a whole approach of healing. And what that is, we know that BioTouch is a relationship of healing. And in that is where the one who receives BioTouch, the one who gives BioTouch, they're just on an equal footing with each other. That's what a relationship is. So it doesn't matter who's giving or receiving. Both are going to get exactly what they require from that session with each other.
And it was interesting in that conference too, I presented this idea. Remember, the Dalai Lama again said, if you want to understand the oneness of humanity, look at bodies. And yet this conference of the body, mind, and spirit, though we address the body, watching people transform in their own self-awareness to all different levels. And a woman asked about, well, what do you do for the emotional parts? What do you do for the spiritual parts?
Yep.
And what was nice to say to her is, that's up to each individual.
Right.
All we need to do is do the points and allow that relationship to form, and everyone starts to grow on their own. They come to their own awarenesses. They'll open the right book, or they'll find the right practitioner. And that's not just for the recipient. The practitioner goes through that process too.
Absolutely. And I've said this before. For me, as a practitioner and as a recipient, when we honor that for other people, that self-awareness is the possibility and the potential of that is innate in each one of us. It's not up to us to be on that journey with them. For me, loving in BioTouch is to just let whatever those possibilities are within each one of us to flower and open in their own time. For them to come into that self-awareness, in that perfect timing within themselves. We don't have to take responsibility for anything from them. We just lovingly step into that sacred space with them and touch and just go about our own business. It's just, that's what that equalizing is. So I just want to say this while I'm thinking about it. So because we were going to talk about this, I said about a year ago that for me, when I think about BioTouch in relationship to other modalities, I think that there's still a sense of separateness in the mindset of a lot of people, because I'm going to work on you, whatever that may be. And it separates the one who is, standing to the one who's receiving. So it's separate. So for me, I thought, well, if this is really a relationship of healing, when we do BioTouch, we don't work on people with BioTouch. We work with you. We work with each other on BioTouch. To me, that's what a relationship is. We're not separating ourselves from each other. We're not, one is doing something to another. One is working with each other. That's what makes it unique.
And so that's interesting. This morning I was reading about healing work and other kinds of practices, and there was this quote about that healing is sort of the rebirth, that there are no losers. Like everybody grows, everybody heals, everybody comes to that birthright to be happy, healthy, and loved.
Yeah.
And it seems like just a concept. Oh yeah, sure, everybody should be happy, healthy, and loved, when there's so much suffering on the planet. But we have to keep these high ideals, and we don't have to have it as a mind thing. It's not a thought. It's just by doing the greeting. That's why we're trying to get all of you out there, all of us together, to just take these two fingers and reach out and touch someone next to you. It could be at work. It could be in a store, at a party, just at home in front of the TV set. Just reaching out with those two fingers and lightly doing a few of the points that we keep showing every week here.
It's interesting when you're saying that, because when we say that BioTouch addresses the body first, all of that, even when we say our birthright is to be healthy, happy, and loved, what we're saying is innately within each of us is all that potential. And what's beautiful about BioTouch is when we want to step into that within our own journey, then we get to do that in our own time. We're just saying that as loving entities, we are here to hold this nature of being healthy, happy, and loved, and each of us get to step into that when we're ready to do that, and that's that honoring all the time.
It's real interesting. Norman, who's the man who created the system, when I first met him, one of his main things I'll always remember him saying was, BioTouch is only here to open a door.
Wow.
We can't make people go through the door, and what's on the other side of the door is none of our concern. It's just our job to open the door.
Yeah. Oh, how exciting.
Yeah.
I love that. It's perfect. It's a perfect relationship.
And so didn't you have a recipient who was excited about the touching with?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. She's been coming on a consistent basis for the last month or so, and when she was in last week, she said she's actually signed up to take the practitioner training in June. And she said, I love being a recipient. I can't not tell you how it has changed my life in just a month. But she also said, I can't wait to have this technique in my life so that I can just at any time step up to somebody and in service touch them and help them. What a
great, perfect
gift. Yeah.
So we have a class coming up in June. We hope you'll join us. We have a
do.
workshop coming up we'll talk about in a minute, but we wanted to read a part of our manual that comes
because
together.
Speaking about possibilities, right? So in our manual, in the epilogue, I would like to just read a little segment of that because it really speaks to this.
There's what our manual looks like.
Yep.
That's the hard copy version. It comes with a DVD.
Right.
Also, our ebook version comes with links to the same DVD. So this is from our epilogue.
So this is from our epilogue. The ordinary provides no favorable climate for progress. For those who seek the summit to glimpse the mighty possibilities of the Absolute, there is no such comfort. Once having crossed the Rubicon, one may not retreat with impunity, but continue to gaze with exquisite anxiety upon the alluring abyss. Endeavor to grasp the untouchable and penetrate the vastness of the unknowable. Paradise may be the sublime experience discovered when one is lost in a limitless extension of infinity. It is an incredible challenge. The manifestation of creation is extraordinary. We said it.
It's in our epilogue.
It's in our manual. Yeah.
So, it's really fun to see that though we're meeting everybody at that level that we all can really understand, those words are so powerful in all the different aspects. And we'd like to say aspects because it's not really levels.
Right.
It's just different aspects. We're just playing at different playgrounds.
Yeah.
People are at different places in their life, and so we have to accept where we're at, where you're at right now, and just do that greeting. Allow the rest of it to unfold, the flowering to happen, and it'll happen with you and that person you're sharing BioTouch with.
Yes.
So let's teach a point.
I think so.
Yes, we're going to teach you the stress set, and then we're going to go over the stress chart again. This is also the workshop that we're going to teach on Thursday.
Yes.
So here we go with the stress. The stress set may be used to address any manifestation of physical, emotional, or mental stress, as well as anxiety and shingles. Hold at X, which is in the fleshy area just below the bottom of the breastbone. It is the same as greeting point 1. Then with the other hand touch points 1 and 2, which are the same points as in the heart set. These points are found by imagining a line running from the notch at the top of the breastbone to a place on the left breast where the nipple would be on a youth. Divide this imaginary line into thirds. Point 1 is at the top of the first third. Point 2 is at the top of the second third. These points may be touched repeatedly, and remember to touch each point for at least 6 to 8 seconds.
Two little simple points.
2 points.
And so powerful.
If that's all you could do is the greeting and the stress set,
My
you could
goodness.
actually have an effect on, let's show it to you again. Here's the stress cycle. Everything above that dotted line there, all the stressors in our life, and I'm going to post this in the blog today too.
Right.
And when you bring BioTouch into the middle there, you actually improve the quality of life and increase the activity of genes that fight infection and cancer and promote healthy aging. I mean, it just doesn't get any easier. And better than that.
I know.
So we can only encourage you to join us and become a member, get the entire manual with the links to the DVD. You get all the health condition workbooks that we've created. And this week at 6 p.m. if you're here in Tucson, we're going to have our workshop on stress and its effects.
Yes.
And we have a special guest.
Oh, I can't tell you how excited I am
This
for
is a big
one.
step.
This
we
is
have,
a big step.
And Chetna posted it. Chetna from India, one of our certified practitioners who has a practice out there, is going to talk to us about stress and its effects on the body and
Wow.
how different kinds of alternative, complementary, integrative techniques can be beneficial to that, including BioTouch. So we will be streaming, Skyping with her out of India, and I think we're going to try to live stream it.
Oh,
so that'll
dear.
be 6 o'clock Tucson time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try that, see if we can do it, and it should be a great workshop.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
So I think, is that about it? That's about it for today.
Wow.
We've had a full
We've
schedule.
done it already again,
So
huh?
go to our website, justtouch.com. Forward this to other people so they too can listen and participate in a healing experience.
Yes, and claim your gift. Claim your birthright.
Your gift. Your
Yeah.
birthright. And that's it. We have a presentation coming up. Let me find it again.
Yeah.
IONS, Institute of Noetic Science. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It was created by Edgar Mitchell, one of the astronauts. And we're going to talk about BioTouch opening the gift for humanity. Should be a great presentation.
It's going to be great.
You know,
Yep.
we have fun. We're also going to have all of our practitioners there doing BioTouch on people and making available
That's
the manuals.
always cool.
And
Yeah.
that's always
I mean, we
fun.
get to offer it right there, wherever we are.
I mean, it's funny to watch people get touched in a very chaotic situation, and still at the end of it, they open their eyes and they go, wow.
Wow.
The wow experience.
I know. It happens all the time.
So, thank you, Bev.
Thank you, Paul.
And thank you
thank
all
you.
for letting us into your home and into your life and onto your phone.
Right.
See you all next week.
Have a glorious week.